Shabbat Shalom, everybody, and Chag Sameach. Good Shabbos, good Yam Suf. So, as I mentioned earlier, the seventh day of Pesach is the anniversary of Kriyat Yam Suf, of the separation, parting of the Sea of Reeds, one of the most incredible miracles that could ever possibly be imagined. And I always think of it, if anyone's been to the Cape Town Aquarium, as when you're at that really big glass window where you can see things blobbing around and the shark that goes slowly around the top. And I always imagine that that's what it must have felt like, just walking along this giant aquarium with these seas, these walls of sea on either side, and you walking on dry land in wonderment and amazement at this miracle that has unfolded in front of your eyes, these newly freed slaves from Mitzrayim walking out to freedom. What that must have felt like, absolutely incredible. The descriptions in Torah are hard to fully understand. When exactly did the sea part? There was some wind going on. There was Pharaoh's charioteers coming behind. At what point did they catch up? Where were the Israelites? Did it happen at the day? Did it happen at the night? It seems to have happened in the middle of the night, even though all of the representations seem to be in the light of day. So what exactly is going on? Well, the pshat, the simple reading, seems to be that at that moment that the chariots are charging down the plains and the children of Israel are paralyzed with fear, Moses himself starts to pray, and God claps Moses and says, "What are you doing praying? Go. This is not a time to pray. Move. Go forward." And Moses, it doesn't say it in the text, but as if Moses is going to say, "Go forward." What, like into the sea? And then Moses places his staff and the sea parts. But the Midrash comes to fill in some more nuance to the story that helps us to get a sense of what was going on at that moment. So at the moment of paralysis, at the moment that nobody is doing anything, or Moses is praying, which is not nothing, there's one guy, Nachshon ben Aminadav. There's one person who's mentioned a couple of times in the Torah. He's not a major personality like a Miriam or an Aaron or a Moses. He's a guy. He's an important guy. He's a prince of Judah. And what does he do? He walks into the water. He walks into the water and nothing happens. According to the Midrash, he walks into the water till his knees, nothing. Waist, nothing. Chest, nothing. Chin, nothing. When the water starts to reach his nostrils, then the sea parts. This is remarkable because in the simple reading, we thought it's Moses with the staff, right? It's like, whoosh. But apparently, no, there's Nachshon, and he's the button that parts the seas. Was it Moses? Was it Nachshon? What exactly is going on at this moment? Unclear. There's another midrash that adds even more nuance, which says it's not just about Moses and not just about Nachshon, but it's even just about the waters themselves. So the midrash says that Moses puts his staff in the waters, and the waters say, "Moses, you're a human being. You were created on the sixth day of creation. We, the waters, have been here since the second day of creation. We're not going to listen to you." And at that point, HaKadosh Baruch Hu has to come down and hold Moses' hand, and then the water's like, okay, fine, and they part. So there's a whole lot going on there that wasn't just, let's walk out of Egypt through parted seas and it'll all go fine. Why do I bring these midrashim? First of all, just to reflect that things are not as simple as we always imagine them to be, but also that there are many players in the journey that, we need to acknowledge, but also that we need to bring their agency onto our side if we are truly to be free. We need to be smart in gathering resources in order to go forward when it is that we see obstacles that we need to get over. And that might be if you're a political activist, it might be if you're trying to start a business, it might be if you're just negotiating a relationship obstacle between yourself and someone that you care for. So you might think that it's push the button and the water's open, but it's not. It's not. In all of these situations, there is a Moses that is needed. There's someone that is connecting what is above and what is below, someone who's able to see the big picture and press when it is necessary. We also need somebody with courage to just go forward, to just walk in and to open up. Because without that action, without that mobility, that motivation to go, the momentum to go, things are not going to change. And then we also need sometimes to talk to the seemingly passive people or objects around us to gain their acquiescence, to gain their support in order to be able to achieve what it is that we want to achieve. So, if you are at this moment struggling with something that is limiting your freedom, whether that's professionally, whether that's emotionally, whether that's in a relationship, whether that's in business, if you can think about those different aspects of Shvi Shel Pesach, where is the big connection, the big picture that I have to see here? Who is Nachshon? Who is the person that needs to move? Or what is the thing that will take me forward and give me that momentum? How will I get past this obstacle? Because just staying and waiting won't get me forward. I need the right time, and then I need to move. And where are those that I need to bring onto my side, that I need to convince or be convinced to come with me, so that we can make the change that I'm looking forward to? So whatever it is that you are, whatever obstacle it is that you see in your way, whatever your Yam Suf is, I want to bless us all this Shabbat, this Yontif, that we'll have an opportunity to see the bigger picture, that we'll have an opportunity to plan the way forward and know what it is when the moment is right that will take us down that road. And that we'll be able to convince and coerce and bring on board all of the powers that need to be so that we can go forward, that we can sing a song of freedom, that we can feel like these 7 days of Pesach really helped us in some way to be free. Shabbat Shalom, everybody, and good Yontif.